So, what does depression look like? Would you be able to spot it if someone you love or even yourself was suffering?
And did you know there are times of the year when people are more prone to being depressed? As a matter of fact, like right now. Joining us today to tell us more is psychiatric nurse practitioner Stacy Tusa with Threelowercounties Community Services. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. So what is it about this time of year that kind of tends towards depression?
Well, I think we all kind of struggle when it gets cold outside, it gets dark earlier, we don't have that same amount of natural sunlight. So moods can, kind of decrease.
And Valentine's Day, that has something to do with it, doesn't it, sometimes?
Yes. So, research tells us that, in regards to depression and suicide, risk is not higher at the holidays, as many people think. It's higher after the holidays. Holidays can kind of be a protective factor. People push through even though they're not feeling well. They make it through the holidays, and then there's that letdown. We've got 2 more months of cold weather and dreariness ahead of us. People often struggle after the holidays with being alone.
Right.
Loneliness is one of the symptoms of depression. And so I think when faced with a holiday like depression, people that are not in a relationship can kind of feel sad, and that can be increased for someone who's struggling with depression.
Now, we just heard that women are more likely to have depression. Why is that?
Well, I think what research tells us, there are several factors. I mean, number one, biologically, women have fluctuating hormones all the time, and especially in certain times of their life, like at puberty, before and after childbirth, and at menopause. So fluctuating hormones, women tend to be very stressed. Stress is a risk factor for depression. So you're a working mother, you have children, you could be a single mother, you're juggling many, many balls in the air. So,
Wow. So who else is at risk?
people with a past episode of depression in their life, people with a family history of depression in their life.
What's a situational stressor?
Broken relationship, a loss of a job, loss of a loved one, an illness, a chronic illness.
So, what are some signs we should look for when it comes to depression?
So you're going to look for, depression is a combination of symptoms. So mainly low mood, feelings of sadness, anxiety, hopelessness, a loss of interest in things that, used to bring you pleasure, isolative behavior, disruptions in sleep, overeating, decreased appetite, difficulty with concentration.
Right. Is there any way I can know, man, it's time, I got to get some help?
So, it's normal for people to experience kind of blue days or low mood periodically. But if you're having these symptoms and they're lasting, longer than about 2 weeks, it's time to have a discussion with someone in the medical field, your primary care provider, or reaching out, to for some therapy.
And family members shouldn't take it personally. These are real. This is real, isn't it?
Depression is an illness. Yes, it is very real.
Okay. What about prevention?
So get outside, get some sunlight. There is a seasonal pattern to depression, and decrease in natural sunlight has been shown to be beneficial to helping with that. So get outside, physical activity, healthy eating. Reach out. We need to be socially connected. That is a protective factor.
Okay. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for coming over this.
Good
Thank you.
information. And to read more about TLC or for more information on depression, go to WBOC.com. Click on our picture at the top of the page.